So the rear axle is completely destroyed on the FCVs.
Well, the taxi has managed to sneak past the cement truck.
Well, the coach hasn't managed to stop. A few little dents on the FCV. Oh, great last jump there by the taxi. The taxi is just straight into the back of the SUV. Why did you do that? Hello, my name's Buster.
And my name's Boots.
And welcome back to the Beamng AI Racing Series for race number 3.
Yes, and this is public service vehicles, and I'm sure carnage shall ensue.
I think it probably will if the qualifying is anything to go by, but the qualifying was quite interesting. The ETKK series hit a time of 27.55, which put it into pole position.
It did, but the German car was unable to take the track record away from the American V8, the D15, which did a 27.19.
Yes, but there's quite a difference in horsepower because the ETKK series has about 325, whereas the D15 has 11 or 1200.
No, we don't need to know about the figures. All we need to know is the D15 still has the record.
Fair enough. So it looks like we're ready to go. The cement truck is in last position at the moment. It did the slowest time. The coach in the grudge match managed to increase its time and get a better grid position. So here we go, we're ready to start. The ETKK series is in first place, followed by the taxi, then the Roamer, and the... Oh dear, okay, so the coach is just in front of the Pigeon, and the... Oh no, so the taxi is being triple teamed by the ambulance, the sheriff, and the FCV. Meanwhile, the ETKK series is in first place and enjoying the clean air in front of it.
Yes, the cement truck has destroyed the Pigeon.
That's what you wanted, wasn't it? So the taxi has actually been knocked off, is now off the track and is trying to get back into the race. Meanwhile, the coach and the cement truck passed easily. The Pigeon now has managed to pass the taxi.
Yeah, so the taxi at the moment is in last place and is in an unsafe position and will be eliminated if it does not manage to make up any of those spots.
So the ETK is still flying beautifully. Meanwhile, the coach and the cement truck are battling it out here. This is going to be interesting to see what happens. There's a Pigeon is still... Okay, so the Pigeon is safe currently, but the taxi is in last position. And meanwhile, the ETKK series is going... Whoa! Oh no, there's been a really bad accident. A bit of... Oh dear, there's been some contact there. So the sheriff's car has literally flattened the front end of the ETK.
Yeah, the weight of the sheriff's car has just completely totaled the ETK, and I think that's going to be it for the German car.
I think it may well be an onboard view there, a replay on board of that car, and I think now it has been completely destroyed. It's lost all drive. So unfortunately, it looks like to me that that's it for the ETK. As the FCV crosses the line, followed by the ambulance.
So these two cars are safe. Meanwhile, there's a battle here to see who is going to be eliminated.
The sheriff is having all sorts of trouble. Meanwhile, the Pigeon on two wheels.
Yes, lucky, completely lucky. But the Pigeon is squished between the cement truck and the taxi. And then the Roamer crosses the line.
But in fact, no, it's the ETK that's been eliminated because that car was completely incapacitated and could not drive. So the eliminated vehicle is the ETKK series.
That's right, so the German car is out. We're now set for Heat 2.
Yep, we're starting Heat 2 of 7. We've now got 7 vehicles. The FCV now is in first place, which is the French car, but an Italian police car. Been shipped over from Italy. Oh no, so the Pigeon just was delayed starting there, and the Roamer just managed to cleanly overtake. Wow, beautiful driving from the Roamer.
Meanwhile, the Pigeon has lost his bin. Yeah, the bin was supposed to be its stabilising device.
Well, yeah, that's what you were saying before, wasn't it? Because it's got the wheelie bin, keeps it upright. So, yeah, the FCV is in first place. Meanwhile, there's a big cluster of vehicles.
Yes, and the Pigeon is out.
You wanted to say that. I bet you've been waiting to say that, haven't you?
No. I've been pretty chilled out. You know, I don't have a favourite.
Oh, there we go. So, have you got the French car on the payroll too? Because the French car's now attacking the Pigeon.
Yeah, we've got an alliance. The alliance with the French.
Okay, so the ambulance manages to just break those two up, but it looks like now... Oh, wow. So the rear axle is completely destroyed on the FCV. It's got no drive at all.
So I think the FCV might be four-wheel drive then. I actually thought it was front-wheel drive.
Yeah, I'm thinking it might actually be four-wheel drive. You can see the rear wheels spinning up.
Well, the taxi has managed to sneak past the cement truck.
Yeah, the cement truck is over again. I think it's that... You can see now, slow motion replay, it's got a high centre of gravity. It's that big cement chamber on the top, very high up. Just means that if it's going a bit too fast, it's over.
She fell over.
Oh, that's your famous phrase, isn't it?
Yes, and I love saying it.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so the two vehicles that have lost all drive, well, three now actually, because the cement truck's on its side, the Pigeon and the FCV. So the coach, is that the coach in first position?
Yeah, go on, coach. It's the Wentwood. I think it's Wentwood. Go on, Wentwood. So, Mr. Pointy. Yeah, make sure you go to your local stationery shop to pick up your pointy pen.
I thought you said you weren't on the payroll. I thought, are you being paid by Pointy?
Might be. I'm just supplementing my income. You know, it's difficult times. There's difficult times at the moment.
Fair enough, I suppose. But so the sheriff and the taxi there have managed to, one cluster. They've managed to fuse themselves together.
The taxi's just sort of managing to drive slowly. They're smoking away, and the sheriff has managed to get himself inside the boot of the taxi.
So it looks like these two are working together. They know that they've not been eliminated because we're going to have to do. Oh wow! The taxi's been sandwiched between the coach and the sheriff.
So yeah, they looking pretty worse for wear. The sheriff is not giving up yet.
So now we're going to need to do a tiebreaker. So the coach is off to line up with the vehicles that have managed to get through. So all these vehicles are safe. The ambulance, the taxi, the Roamer, and the coach have all got through now to the next heat, Heat 3.
This is Heat 2, tiebreaker 1. Yep. So original grid positions.
So original grid positions for these vehicles, and I think the FCV's got it in the bag. The FCV's got clean air in front of it. It's pulling away. So the cement truck is in last position here, and let's hope it doesn't roll over again. But I think the chances now, even the Pigeon, I think the cement truck's going to struggle to overtake even the Pigeon. Let's see how the Pigeon does with this jump. Oh, on two wheels. Yeah, the Pigeon's doing all right. Second place. Oh dear. So the cement truck's been all caught up and it's stuck on the barrier. A nice shot now of the FCV gone over that jump on its second lap now. But can the FCV navigate around the cement truck, which has managed to get himself stuck?
Wow! Oh dear, that was a full frontal right into the back of the cement truck. Slow motion here of what happened, because why not? Because we can.
So that you can see that's quite a big impact, and it looks to me that the FCV is still driving.
Oh no, the Pigeon can't drive. He's spun himself out and he needs to catch up.
Well, no, he doesn't actually, because don't forget that the cement truck is one lap behind. So at the moment, the Pigeon is safe.
Oh, Buster, very true. Very observant of you.
Thank you very much. But we'll have to see now. It looks to me that, yeah, okay, so the cement truck looks like it's going to be knocked out. As the FCV passes the finish line in first position, well, of this tiebreaker. And here comes the Pigeon. Oh, in the background, the T-Series has rolled again.
T-Series? Isn't the T-Series that had a battle with PewDiePie?
No. You're thinking of the Bollywood YouTube channel. This is a different T-Series.
Ah, right. Very different.
So yeah, slow motion of that big. It's that big heavy cement compartment is just up high, and it just easily, it doesn't take much to tip that thing over.
She fell over.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yes, your phrase again. So the T-Series now is the second car to be eliminated.
Yep, and we can't unfortunately sing Queen's Another One Bites the Dust.
No, we can't, because we got told off from race 1 for using that song. Even though we only used a little bit of it, we got told off.
Yeah, that's a shame. I'll have to sing myself then next time.
Okay, Heat 3 of 7, we're down to 6 cars, and this is an interesting result because the big heavy vehicles are in front. So the coach and the ambulance is in first place, the taxi manages to just get round, followed by the FCV, but unfortunately the Roamer is stuck behind the taxi, behind the coach and can't get through. Looks like there's bits left over here, so you can see another angle here, there's some bits left over. The taxi manages to pick up that funnel from the cement truck.
Yeah, what's going on? The Pigeon is supposed to be cleaning up the track after every race.
Well, I suppose he can't because he's actually in the race. Same thing with the ambulance. We don't have an ambulance anymore.
Isn't that like some kind of health and safety issue there, that we don't actually have an ambulance?
Well, yeah, he's involved, isn't he, in the race, so we'll have to see what happens. If the ambulance gets knocked out, well, then we will have an ambulance. So the taxi's in first place. The FCV and the taxi are having quite a good battle here for first place. And they've both spun out. they've both spun out. Oh, well, that was a great recovery from the FCV. Manages to recover and go on the inside and overtake that taxi to get into first position. I think the FCV, the Sherry FCV, I think is a strong contender, and I think it will make it through, I think.
Yeah, I think Frenchie might make it through.
Well, it looks like he probably will. The French car's doing great. The French-Italian police car is doing great in first place. I think now is crossing the line to finish, followed by the coach, which seems to be holding up all these other vehicles here. Let's see how they get on. So, yep, so the coach is in second place. Somehow, the coach has managed to get second position. The Sheriff is in third, followed by the Pigeon, and now it's a battle. Oh dear, that was quite an impact there. You'd think he would have driven round.
Yeah, I would have thought he would have driven round too, but he's gone straight into the back of that ambulance. Wow, and the ambulance is looking worse for wear and is all falling apart.
So the taxi tries to overtake the ambulance and catches those tyres. So now we've got some suspense here. Which car will be eliminated? The ambulance has managed to pull away and ahead of the taxi.
There we go. Good boy. That's what I wanted the taxi to do.
You really don't like that Pigeon, do you?
No. I don't even know why it's got 3 wheels. It's ridiculous.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Looks like, though, that the taxi, looking in bad shape, has... Oh dear, he's gone off the side of the ramp. But that means then that the taxi is through. Yes. Eliminated. The H-Series has been eliminated. And, wow, you see that front axle has been destroyed. And I think that's why it struggled, because the ambulance couldn't steer.
No, I think that was what the problem was. And it's... Look at it. I think it was all falling apart, and all the doors, and I think even the bed inside of it fell out.
Okay, so while we're running off for the next heat, the FCV is in first place. Wow, in hot pursuit by the Sheriff is not giving up.
You can see the Sheriff has really got his foot down, trying to catch up with that FCV. As the FCV crosses the jump, followed by the Sheriff jumping nicely, then the taxi.
Wow, okay, so there's a battle for last position between the coach. Oh dear. The coach and the Pigeon are fighting there for last place, because, of course, that determines which one is going to be eliminated.
Yeah, I think the coach is going to destroy the Pigeon. I think it's the Pigeon going to be out this time.
Oh, nice jumps there. Oh no, it looks like the Sheriff makes that beautifully, leaning to the side, makes it round that bend after the jump, but the taxi spins out, and then... Oh dear, okay, so there's been a bit of an impact there. Wow, quite a big impact there between the taxi and the coach.
So the last place now, then, is the taxi. Wow, this is interesting. The grid positions... The positions are changing quite rapidly.
They are, and this is leading to this being extremely interesting. So the FCV is crossed over, that the FCV is safe. And it looks like, so the Sheriff now with his lights blinking is now safe as well.
Okay, so, the Pigeon made it through. It looks like they did not fit that bonnet, the hood properly, and it's just popped straight up.
It did pop up, didn't it? If that happened during the race, you wouldn't be able to see where he was going. Wow, okay, wait a minute. So, wow, the taxi's looking pretty messed up. And here comes the coach, and the coach hasn't managed to stop! What has happened? The coach has not managed to stop and has just destroyed everyone. The only one safe there was the FCV.
Slow motion here. The coach's brakes failed, and he's just gone through all of these like a few pins in a bowling alley.
Wow. And I think that's what you wanted to see, Boots, wasn't it? You wanted to see the carnage from the coach.
Yeah, I did, but unfortunately the coach is not making it through.
Nope, so the Wentworth DT40 has been eliminated. Wow, so we're going to move on to the next heat now. I think the marshals are not happy with how the coach crossed that line at the end and just was uncalled for and just literally destroyed all the cars, apart from the FCV.
No, but we've got some good mechanics that have got the cars back on the road again. And while there's a battle for first place here, the Sheriff just literally throws the FCV out like last night's leftovers.
What leftovers?
Dinner leftovers.
Oh, right. Okay, fair enough. We don't want to waste food, though.
No, we don't want to waste food.
But I think the analogy does fit. The Sheriff... wow! Beautiful driving there by the FCV. Manages to sort of hold that and bounces up and is on one wheel. Okay, so the FCV now has just completely destroyed the Pigeon.
Yep, goodbye Pigeon, you are out.
Hold up. If there's one thing that this series has taught us is that anything is possible. Oh wow, look, oh my goodness, look at that. The FCV is now fighting back for first place with the Sheriff. Now picking a fight with the taxi. Oh my goodness, this FCV is a force to be reckoned with.
Yes, Frenchie is a force to be reckoned with, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, the FCV's now is in second place. The Sheriff is in third, and the Pigeon is... I don't know where the Pigeon is.
Where's the Pigeon? I think we've lost the Pigeon. I think he's flown away. No, yep, okay, so the Pigeon has damaged his wings and can't fly.
Yeah, in fact, okay, so the Sheriff and the FCV have crossed the line, and we're waiting for the taxi now. There's the taxi.
So in fact, the Pigeon has damaged his wheelie bin and is unable to drive, I think is the better way to put it.
Oh dear, those headlights. Those headlights just pop straight out of that taxi. It's happened again. It happens quite a lot. Okay, so the Pigeon has been eliminated. Okay, so the Pigeon joins the row of wrecked vehicles.
Yep, they are dropping, aren't they, one by one. They're dropping like flies, and unfortunately won't be able to make it through to that finale in race 9.
Nope, so that's what this battle is. Let's to see who will go through to race in race 9 at the end of the season as the finale. Oh wow, and some more great driving by the FCV. Just undertakes that Sheriff. Beautifully done.
Yeah, that was quite well done. Even I have to admit that. It was...
Well, another bit of pirouetting by the FCV. Now, I'm really impressed by this vehicle. It's a new entry into the series, and the FCV is doing great.
Okay, so the battle now is between the taxi and the Sheriff to see who is going to be knocked out.
But that FCV is just flying beautifully, and is in first position. Okay, what's going to happen here? Can the taxi overtake? Can he get through on the inside? The Sheriff is trying to block the taxi, but it looks like the special... Oh, another bit of beautiful driving, but oh dear, we got a replay here. You can see the bumper get bent as he lands, but it looks like one of his lights is out too, but he manages to recover that on 2 wheels. Beautifully done. Very, very nicely done.
I think... Are you telling me that the FCV is now your favourite car, Buster? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm definitely impressed. It's been driving beautifully. Look, it's just crossed the line again. The FCV is doing really well. Okay, so it's now between the taxi and the Sheriff. Looks like the taxi has a less power, but probably higher power to weight ratio, which means it's getting around those bends and pulling away a little bit quicker.
There you go. Nicely done by the taxi. It means then that the Sheriff is out. The Gavril Roamer.
Yeah, we've been calling him the Sheriff, but it's the Gavril Roamer. And unfortunately, the Gavril Roamer I thought was a good, strong contender. Oh, a nice shot from inside the ambulance here as the last 2 vehicles get set up for the final heat. What's going to happen here?
I think that the FCV has got a good chance. I think I've got to admit that the FCV has been doing some great driving, and I think that the taxi, it's going to be extremely difficult for the taxi to overtake the FCV.
Yeah, I think this one's in the bag. As we say, anything can happen. Wow, again with that beautiful ramp and control on the jump. The taxi did well as well. It's controlling himself nicely, but it looks like the FCV is pulling away. I think that's game over for the taxi. But you've got to give it to him. He's not giving up. He's still going because again, anything can still happen. Anything can still happen. Flying a lot of air on that jump, but then he had to slam his brakes on as he landed.
Yeah, I don't think that the taxi is going to be able to do it, unfortunately. I was hoping to get another US vehicle through.
Another good little jump from the FCV. It's doing some beautiful jumps. And the taxi too. The taxi's doing some good jumps. But, oh dear, looks like... Oh dear. So he's struggling for control now. I think he's really pushing it because he knows he's eliminated. He's just thinking, well, I'm going to go for it. But he's starting to lose control.
Yeah, the FCV's balanced nicely. I think it's got a good power to weight ratio. And it's got a nice chassis, so I think it's done quite well.
A few little dents on the FCV. Oh, a great last jump there by the taxi, and his taxi is just driven straight into the back of the SUV. Why did he do that?
Probably because he deserved it. I think he deserved it.
How did he deserve it? He just won the race.
Well, you know, for me, I wanted to see a US car make it through, but unfortunately.
Oh my goodness, look at the front end of the taxi's lifted up. Now, I think because he knew that he's eliminated, he's not going to be able to see that finale. And oh my goodness, another cheap shot by the taxi. My goodness, this is a bit uncalled for, I think. I think the taxi knows the special knows he's not going to make it through to that finale in race 9, and I think he's got a chip on his shoulder and he's not happy. He's not happy, so I think he's taken that out on the FCV, unfortunately.
But what can the marshals do now? Because I mean, they could ban him, but I mean, he's not going to make that finale anyway.
No, but what the marshals might do, though, is they might want to ban you then from any future seasons.
That's true. But, okay, so the FCV now is...
Oh dear, okay, so the FCV finished this last race in a pretty good condition. Oh, nice little handbrake there. But now, after the taxi's had its way, the FCV has got a few dents and the bumper's falling off.
Well, that was interesting. I'm surprised with the big heavy vehicles. I think the coach did a lot better than we thought it was going to.
Exactly. The coach actually, well, I think it was in first place at one point. He got a second place, but you know, it is what it is. I think I think the best car won. The best car won. The FCV is nicely balanced. Nice driving, nice control on the jumps, and had some good overtaking moments. And I think it's going to be interesting to see.
Well, yeah, we'll see. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in the finale when the D15 we get the D15 back out, and we get to see what happens in the race 9. It's going to be interesting.
Whoa! Okay, wow, that has just bent that taxi in, making it look like a banana. But somehow the FCV is still driving. It's the Polizia. So somehow the FCV is still driving. The Polizia, the Italian police car, is now getting his revenge on the taxi after those big hits. But still driving. Somehow the FCV is still driving.
Well, that's French engineering for you. They've managed to build a good car, haven't they?
Looks like they have. And you can see now why the Italian police force have taken the FCV to be their vehicle of choice. Okay, wow, it's still driving. It's still driving.
Was he going back in for another one with the front bumpers hanging off?
How do we put a stop to this? Is this really necessary? He's going in for another one. Oh my goodness. Don't mess with the French. Oh dear.
Right, I need that D15 back. I need the D15. I want the Gavril D15 to show this Frenchie how it's done.
Well, we'll find out in the final race, in the finale, when the car that made it through each race, they will all come back for a finale at the end. Oh my goodness, has he managed to pick up the taxi's light? Looks like he's got one of the headlights there. Oh dear. Oh my goodness, I think that taxi looks like it's just been crushed. Oh dear. Mind you, the FCV's looking in bad shape as well, isn't he? But
I think race 4 may be vehicles with trailers, so that would be interesting.
yes, so all that said, we'll see you in the next one.